JP Sebastian is back with a man named Otto, and he's a grouch, okay? I don't mean JP Sebastian is a grouch. I mean, the movie is about a man who's a grouch and going through something very difficult. Set the tone, because we're not used to seeing Tom Hanks with an angry face, hey?
Although you just reminded me, because I asked that question, I was like, have we seen him with a mean streak? And you were like, Elvis.
Elvis, yeah, which he did really well.
Got to be the first time, I think.
Certainly in my understanding, but we forget that he has got the dramatic chops, because he does play light and fluffy, you know? But
well, this is a weird mix, and I'll tell you what, let's get a taste of it ourselves just by watching a bit of a featurette from the horse's mouth, explaining what the movie's all about, and then I'll get into the nuts and bolts of the meanness a bit later. Here's a man called Otto.
I brought you some food.
Okay, hi.
Are you always this unfriendly?
I am not unfriendly.
Okay, you're like a warm cuddle.
I think that the reason that certainly at the beginning of the film, Otto is as grumpy as he is because he's isolated. He's solitary. He doesn't belong to a grander scheme of things. He's not part of a community.
My father used to smile like that.
I'm not smiling.
Exactly.
I think it's time for me to play the cranky old man, you know, at the end of the street.
Everyone, this is our friend Otto.
I get to be exactly who I am without so much more than, you know, a decent haircut and the right kind of wardrobe.
Hi, Otto.
It seeks the brand of authenticity that everybody says, oh, I know a guy like that.
begs the question, though, if you do know a guy like that, why is he like that? I'm
kind of concerned that I don't know a guy like that, and that probably makes me the common denominator.
You are that guy.
I feel like
I wasn't going to say it, but...
yes, he's a deeply opinionated
It's
man.
better than being the drunkle. It's okay. But there is a deeper motivation as to why he is this way.
Yeah, I think a lot of the marketing that you'll see, and I've not seen this myself, so just giving you a little taster of what you can expect coming out today, this Friday, Tom Hanks movie, is that you're going to watch sort of like the angry man next door type thing, like Mr. Wilson type thing, who doesn't want to mix with the sort of more happier social butterfly. Almost a Dexter's Lab type Dexter and Dee Dee vibe between him and the new neighbors. But it's not entirely strictly comedy, so look at these completely grey backgrounds, by the way. Tom Hanks is a dude who's not just a grouch. It was only 6 months earlier that the poor guy lost his wife, who was the reason why he was happy for a long time, obviously, the reason why he had empathy for a long time, and now he's wondering, is there any reason to life? Why should he carry on? So, good grief, guys, there's this harsh streak of it that you find that the character is actually suicidal. And 3 times he tries, he's interrupted, thankfully, by Marisol, who is his new neighbor. She has her own story going on, so what's quite cool there is that it's not like, ooh, you know, the white American character gets this sort of like fairy godmother in the Latinx woman. She also has, they need each other. That's what the whole point of community is. He has to come back to being in community with people, where he'd rather just try and quietly die alone.
Know thy neighbor,
exactly,
for sure.
And she forces herself into his life in a way. There's him being rescued from an attempt at a train. She, as you can see, is insistent on being a neighbor to this person, rather than just allowing the neighborhood to allow him to shut himself up.
Because some people know. Some people have a gut feeling. Some people, and you've got to trust that gut feeling. Mark Foster, we know that he's going to bring an emotional undercurrent. We haven't really seen him do funny or in this way.
Yeah, so previously it was Finding Neverland, but yeah, I think strictly, because this is originally from a Swedish film, and which is originally from a Swedish book, if I understand correctly, was an NYT bestseller for like 40 weeks or something like that. Swedes don't really beat around the bush. Of course, they do have a sense of humor too, but they can get really, like, you know, deep into those sort of like...
Girl with the dragon tattoo vibes.
But man, what kind of peeves me sometimes is American movies. It's only 7 years ago that the Swedish movie was twice nominated for an Oscar.
Did we need to make it again?
Did we need an adaptation? We all need Tom Hanks once in a while, I suppose, and maybe it's good since just after Mr. Rogers, where he was so sweet, we get to see him as a meanie. Tell you what, though, here's another featurette look at A Man Called Otto coming out this Friday in South Africa.
Hey, Otto!
No.
What is he doing?
I was parallel parking.
Parallel to what?
The movie does deal with a lot of social issues. In the center of it is Otto, with all these different situations, and each neighbor kind of represents a line of tension in the society.
You think everybody's an idiot and you have to do everything on your own, but you can't.
He watches the village from his front door and complains. Well, here, in the form of Marisol and Tom. These are people that say, oh, no, 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 we're your neighbors.
You get a personality that doesn't have a lot of filters maybe and just kind of barges in. You're taken aback, but then you start saying, okay, but you know, life can work like this too.
Now, does Otto hate that? Yes. And does it make his life fantastic? Yes, it all happens at the same time.
My father used to smile like that.
I'm not smiling.
Exactly.
Oh, buddy, I know you haven't seen this one, but I have high hopes. And do you know why? Because you hit it on the head, my friend. We all need a little Tom Hanks every once in a while.
And I probably need to unleash my Otto once in a while. Invite others in.
Let it out. If you see JP today, give him a hug. He absolutely hates it, and he'll love that, just like Otto. But thank you so much. It looks like something superb at the box office.